Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're taking a look at the new TOBI ROPPO legend in some PvP, slapping them on the strength team and seeing how they rock and see how they roll in PvP. And honestly, this legend is super duper poopy. They're just bad. Like, really bad. I kind of had high hopes for them when I was just throwing them on a strength team, and honestly, it might be the rule set right now because it's just built around stuff like driven and slashes, but strength is just getting absolutely annihilated by these bigger bopper teams that have popped up through stuff like S-Hawk's release, with like Cross Guild's release. But honestly, with Blackbeard, I thought that this team would actually still be really good. The downside to TOBI ROPPO is they have so much competition. Like I said, you have Blackbeard, you have Burgess, two of the newest legends that came out for the worldwide anniversary. You have Jack, who's still an absolutely phenomenal unit on the strength team. And you have other units like 6+ Exchange Ace. You can even use Raizo Shinobu. You have a bunch of rare recruits that work nicely too. And with the PvP update of 20 cost units, you can bulk out your bench with stuff like Kuma and King, so you don't really need to bring them in the front lines. Plus, when you have stuff like Luffy and Kobe floating around, this particular unit really doesn't find a home on the strength team. They do seem okay on paper, but nothing too crazy in terms of what they're actually doing in practicality. In Rumble, they're on a 33-second cooldown, which is already absurdly high. They target 3 high HP enemies for 2 times their attack in damage, and if you have 6+ teammates, gives themselves a level 3 attack boost, and if you have any Beast Pirate on the team, they are then going to attack again all enemies within a medium range for 3 times attack. Now, this final part of the passive is really good, the extra damage. However, they're not really doing too much at the start of their passive anyway to justify that second part. Remember, they're the TOBI ROPPO. There's 6 units in one, so this basically just gives you any like Kaido, King, Queen, Jack, Kanjuro, I believe, is on there too, Orochi, those types of characters, which is very easy to do. As you guys see, like, you have Kaido, Rush Kaido in the main lineup, you have the PvP King, which is just another great unit that can sort of satisfy this condition. But the first part, where you're only attacking 3 enemies for 2 times attack, and then if you have 6 or more units on your team, you're getting a level 3 attack buff. Like, why is that so low? Not only that, their special being on such a high cooldown means that even though this special is kind of mid, like, you're never really going to see it popping off, which is kind of disappointing. The fact that it has a restriction to be very lackluster, it's just, like, why? Like, why would anyone ever use this character over something like Blackbeard, over something like Burgess, over something like Jack, or even over something like 6+ Ace? So, very strange choice to give them such a lackluster special, especially on such a high cooldown. If this was on like a 15-second cooldown, I could see this being useful. However, it's not. It's on a 33-second cooldown, and they're pretty much always going last. Now, I tried some stuff where I was not using Kaido, I was using Blackbeard for some more bulk. I was trying stuff with Jack for some HP cuts. I even tried Ace to try and give some shield action as well, and then replacing stuff like Kobe's and Kaido's and stuff like that. Pushing stuff like Lord of the Bench and using stuff like Arlong or Sandersonia in the front for cooldowns. But like I said, this unit just isn't providing the strength team anything that they didn't already have, or anything that is better than what they already have. So the special just kind of sucks, in my opinion, and every time it went off, it never really did anything. It never was really great. Plus, with their ability, they're not really providing all that much defense, nor are they providing as much bulk to what it seems in their passive. Their passive gives strength teammates HP up level 5, but then they give powerhouse teammates attack and speed level 5. So if you are going to build out a good team with this unit, you kind of want to make it strength powerhouse centric. Now, that seems restrictive on paper, but the team is pretty much built up around that anyway, right? You've got Kuma and King, who are both powerhouse units. Luffy's a powerhouse character. Kaido's a powerhouse character. The TOBI ROPPO themselves are powerhouse characters. Arlong, the rare recruit Sanji, like, there's a lot of strength powerhouse characters in the game. Plus, you have stuff like, I was going to say Who's Who, but you can't use Who's Who. Shocker. So, downside that I will actually get to in a second. So, satisfying that powerhouse strength condition is really not that challenging. Except, what is really annoying, I guess is the best way to put it, is that the HP buff really doesn't give you all that much. With characters that are just doing so much damage nowadays, level 5 HP, it's just kind of whatever. The attack and the speed is nice. It means that Luffy's going faster. It means that Kaido's going faster. However, it's only level 5, and they're already doing so much damage, they don't really need that extra level 5 attack buff. Because remember, defense scales a lot higher than what attack does in PvP. However, if you have a Beast Pirate on the team, being like a Kaido, King, Queen, Jack, any of those other Orochi and all that sort of stuff as well, you actually get level 3 CT speed up to themselves. Now, I read this as a level 3 CT buff for the entire team. However, it's just to themselves. And remember, we went through their special earlier. It's so lackluster. It's super duper poopy. And I just don't understand why this level 3 CT buff for such a heavy restriction is only on themselves. Like, why not give it to the entire team? Plus, as I mentioned, there are 6 units in this character. There are 6-unit character being the Tobi Roppo. Plus, you have the PvP Legend Page 1, who can't be used thanks to this unit. You have the Kizuna Legend X-Drake, who can't be used thanks to this unit. You have the PvP Rare Recruit Sasaki, who can't be used thanks to this unit. And then you have the ulti and the Who's Who Legend that just you can't use with this character. Sure, Strength has the King, has Jack, has Rush Kaido, has Super Tandem Kaido, and there's a lot of options that you can bring. However, you're just totally restricted to all these other characters, and if you don't have the 4 that I mentioned, on top of the other 6 or 5 that are missing, it's just, like, why? Why are you only giving level 3 CT yourself? Why not give it to everyone? Your passive's okay, giving the HP, the speed, and the attack to everyone, so why restrict the CT speed just to themselves? It's ludicrous. Overall, in PvP, I just don't see this unit being ran on a strength team. They remind me so much of the release of Page 1, the Pirate Festival Rare Recruit Legend, when he came out. The Pirate Festival Legend, not Pirate Festival Rare Recruit. The Pirate Festival Legend Page 1, and how lackluster he was in PvP on his release. Now, obviously, this is not a PvP Legend. The game mode that's required for this unit is going to be the Kizuna and the Super Boss and all that fun stuff. But, man, I was just super underwhelmed with this unit. And I actually read their kit, in defense to them, I did read their CT as to the entire team. So I was thinking, oh man, we can get Luffy to go really, really fast. We get some more attack for Luffy. Kobe's doing some fun stuff with his cooldowns, and then we can just get level 6. We'll drop some defense, and we'll just go into a bit more offensive builds. But I cannot see a world where you're going to run this Tobi Roppo unit over something like Blackbeard, over something like Jack, over something like 6+ Ace. And even though you aren't buying into that powerhouse shenaniganry, it doesn't even matter, because Strength is in such a good spot with all of the other options that they have, that this particular unit is not one that I would take any of those other characters off for. Even Burgess is sort of on the cusp of fighting for a spot. Kobe's fantastic, and if you guys picked him up during this worldwide anniversary to see how good he is, you guys will understand why him and Luffy are just ruling the roost on the strength team. Plus, we have the addition of Blackbeard, who just sort of goes in for Jack and does some really, really nice stuff when you're versing strength decks or quick teams. And when you're versing class teams that have those units, Blackbeard works so damn nicely. His action by mechanic's great. And then you have, on the opposite end, you have your PvP legends of Raizo, Shinobu, Kuma, who are just seeing a resurgence thanks to that 20 cost as well. So the downside to this unit, obviously being 6 Tobi Roppo, it's very annoying. You have to have powerhouse characters to see the most out of their passive, which is really lackluster anyway. Plus, their special, it really provides very little to the team. And as you guys are watching all of this showcase, I tried to make them look good. I put them around very good units, and 99% of the time, they just die. On top of that, you probably have a lot of those other characters that I mentioned invested, especially something like Jack or 6+ Ace. You guys, there's a good chance, are going to have all of those characters already higher levels. So running a freshly summoned legend, it's just not going to be on the cards. Look at this damage, 1,000 damage, and then 2,000. It's shit. It's super duper poopy. It's bad. And then Luffy comes in with a cheeky 10k to everyone. Nah, dude, it just ain't it. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there, belt like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.